the trans that we just saw? Is that you'll take the trans? All right, look, since Duke Orville hooked it up with 20 subs, all right, I got to do something for Duke Orville here. Let me tell you something. Let me see. What do I want to do for Duke Orville here? Maybe not a song. All right, we got a lot of neckbeards, Duke Orville. And I've been watching a lot of these ridiculous YouTube videos on how to pick up chicks and shit. And I wanted to go over one here because the person that is attempting to try to facilitate how to pick up chicks is overdoing it in an autistic perspective. So let's just take this video out. All right. Shut up. All right. How to pick up chicks. All right. Cheers to Duke Orville. Happy Baller Friday. And thank you for chilling with us here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right. This is the science of getting girls.
So you don't get girls.
All right. Shut up. All right. I can already tell by his feminine voice. You're like, really? You get chicks? Anyway, the science of getting girls. This is from the YouTube channel This Period. This has got 3.3 million views, and it's been uploaded for 1 year. So let's take a look.
So you don't get girls. Fear not, I'm here to help. Using the power of science and psychology, I'm going to make you the reincarnated male version of Regina freaking George. Let's begin.
That's the bitch from Mean Girls, so I don't know what that means.
Lesson 1. The scarcity principle.
No, I know you're married, Duke. I'm helping these guys out here who are fanning their nuts, talking shit to me that they think that my wife is fake, that I'm just some, fat piece of, dick cheeseburger loser. I'm just going to tell them, man, look, I'm married too, but, when Ghost was single, man, I'm telling you, even now, I'm an old guy. Women just can't keep their hands off me now. And I'm gonna show you why. This guy has it all wrong. All wrong.
Dr. Robert Cialdini has famously proposed in his book, opportunities seem more valuable to us when their availability is limited. We see this quite often in marketing. It explains why billionaires would rather have a lame, slow car that's a one of one than an insanely fast, cool car that's in production. And it's also why everyone tells you nice guys finish last, and why most of the time it's true. It's not because girls don't like nice guys, it's because the nice guys make themselves readily available, and jerks don't really care.
That is correct. Now, this right here, he is absolutely correct. Pretend like you don't care, all right? Because women, especially women that are trying to show themselves off, their assets and stuff, they expect every man to go and look at them and gawk at them and all right? Just pretend like it doesn't even faze you, bother you, or anything like that. That right there, unless you look homosexual, unless you're effeminate, unless you maybe look gay, she'll be like, oh, well, he's gay. He doesn't care. But if you're a masculine-looking man and you're fairly attractive, you don't even have to be fairly attractive. You just have to be well-dressed. You got to have your hair combed, you have to have at least some decent threads, maybe a gold watch on, you got to somewhat look, and just don't even look at her, all right? And guess what? If she doesn't recognize that, wait, what the hell is this problem? Why, I got to go up to this mother. Well, hey, why aren't you looking at me? She ain't going to come up to you and say that, but she's going to try to get your attention. And when she gets your attention, just act like it's no big deal. Just be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. Just pretend like nothing matters. All right? Pretend like nothing matters. Hey, Ghost is still living in the 70s. What are you talking about, dude? All right? I got bitches, I got decent cars. I like cars, all right? I got some decent fucking cars. I got the kind of cars that bitches rubberneck and shit. These bitches are trying to get into my fucking car. All right, it's not hard to get bitches, dude. It's you fucking strange, supposed diagnosed autistic Asperger people that don't recognize that the reason nobody wants to talk to you is because of you. All right? And I try to challenge every one of you to do this. Ask yourself, just be conscious of what you say. How many times do you say I, me, my, I, me? Count how many times you say that and recognize if you say that more often than you don't say that, then that's one of the factors on why nobody wants to talk to you. All right? Nobody wants to talk to you because a woman doesn't give a shit about you. A woman doesn't give a shit about, I like video games. I like anime. I like this. Who gives a fuck? you've got to ask her questions. All right? And when you ask her questions, you got to act like you give a shit. You see, most of you autists, you have the attention span of a bird brain, and if it doesn't, have some fucking anime twist to it or some man-child, some gamer twist to it, you tune off, and bitches don't like that. All right? So you got to put in some effort to actually pay attention to the broad. And don't talk about yourself unless she asks. All right? If she's engaging with you, just ask her questions and pretend to be engaged and be like, oh, wow. All that shit. And when she asks you a question, that's when you answer. And don't get over chatty like this fucking piece of shit that's in this video that's mouthing off all this shit like some chatterbox fucking parrot. Don't act like that. Play it.
Subsequently, their availability is limited and they are seen as a more valuable opportunity. But what they don't tell you is you don't have to be a jerk to be scarce. In fact, a nice guy displaying himself in a way that makes him scarce is so rare that by using Dr. Cialdini's logic of scarcity, it should be 10 times more attractive than your average jerk. So how specifically do you do this? Well, say you see a girl you like at a party, surrounded by dudes trying to rizz her up. You may think you don't stand a chance, but actually you have the best chance. Walk over to her and her swarm of simps, walk past, and while you pass, look at her and say hi, in a friendly way. Keep walking, go talk.
First of all, that is the worst advice ever. If you've got a group of dudes trying to rizz one chick, that should be a chick that you need to cancel off your list for potentially hooking up with that night. All right? Just forget about it because all those idiots have already ruined the night for her. All right? I mean, every one of these idiots that are going up to like, hey, they're giving her every fucking line of bullshit, every come on, all that shit. All right? So you should just X her off. Don't even consider her and go move on to somebody else. All right? And if she finds that you were the only one that wasn't simping on her and she's alone at the end of the evening, now the possibility of her maybe looking at you and smiling and giving you the cue for you to do something is a higher possibility. But this idea that you're going to be able to get some chick that, is being rizzed by every cock in the room and we're going to make her look at you and have, fucking get her number, have sex with her, whatever this is fucking implying is absolute garbage. Anyway, arrogant bastard, no ghost. It's a bunch of 3s and 4s acting like 8 and 9s looking to get into that wallet. Well, every bitch wants to get into your wallet. All right. I don't understand why you men don't realize women, or at least the women that are looking for a man to take care of them, that's the purpose. All right, that's the purpose. Now, you as a man, you need to realize that once you get one of these chicks, that you have to throw game on a bitch that is with you for your money all day long. All day long, you got to, because if you don't, if you fall into the trap like Ice Poseidon over here, who, has been with this chick, Kimmy, and I don't know, he has taken all kinds of humiliation and, bad shit, and yet continues to stay with this broad, even though she's obviously mentioned many times that she's with them for the money. You would think that Ice Poseidon would learn how to throw some mental domination on this broad to prevent her from doing these activities so she'll lose her whole gravy tray. And you see, most males don't know how to do that. Most males, they think that, oh, this bitch is coming after my wallet. Of course she is. It's up to you to dictate that wallet. It's up to you to say, look, I know you want this, but what are you going to give me? All right. And not an autistic forward sense. You got to be slick. All right. So anyway, I mean, of course chicks want dudes with money. I mean, it's up to you what you're going to do with it. And Ram Ranch Cowboy, Ghost can only pick up femboys at gay bars. Okay, dude. All right, if that helps you cope, let's play the rest of. I'm not going to play all this. I just wanted to play a little bit of this because Duke Orville hooked it up, and I want some people to gather some kind of social observation here.
Talk to a friend. Bonus points if that friend is a girl. You saying hi and doing nothing else is essentially hanging a limit.
Wait, saying hi and doing nothing else. Did you hear that? That's it. That's this dude's fucking advice. Some bitch getting rizzed by every fucking cock. Every fucking big fucking muscle head, every fucking, slick looking asshole chewing a fucking toothpick and flipping a nickel, wearing a leather jacket. This fucking idiot says, just go pass by her and say hi. What a fucking bunch of shit. Let's go ahead and continue.
An addition sign on your neck. You aren't readily available like the boys in our Gremlin gang. You're something
What?
that needs to be pursued or lost forever. Lesson 2.
Dude, women don't think like that, you fucking moron. They don't think that, hey, that guy that waved at me in the background, guess what? All these cocks, I got a muscle head over here. I got some rich guy with a Rolex over here. I got this fucking guy that looks like he's a slick fucking bastard that looks like he's a fucking Romeo in the bed. I got a 9-inch cock over here. They've got all this choice that are trying to rizz her. And because you waved high like some fucking, intimidated Asian in the back of a pillar trying to score some bitch in Japan, I mean, give me a break. That doesn't fucking work, you dork.
The gain-loss theory. Building on the scarcity principle, the gain-loss theory of attraction explains more in detail why nice guys might seemingly finish last. A clever study tested this theory by having volunteer college students engage in a series of one-on-one meetings. After the meeting, the volunteer would accidentally overhear the experimenter describe them in one of 4 ways. All positive, all negative, initially negative but becoming positive, or initially positive but becoming negative. When asked later how much they liked the experimenter, volunteers would expectedly like the experimenter when the evaluation was completely positive, but surprisingly, they liked the experimenter even more when the evaluation was initially negative but became positive.
I can fix her. I can fix him. You see, that's what this study is finding, that people's initiation when it comes to relationship is based on a fucking ridiculous idea. That I can fix her. I can fix it. You shouldn't have to fix anybody, you moron. All right? You should just know that you're with somebody and this is a good partner. You feel good every time you're around them. They want to do the walk of life with you. They understand that, hey, there's going to be good times. There's going to be bad times. Hey, we're going to be both, very cognizant about the finances, shit like that. This I can fix her, I can fix him shit is really what's getting many of you fucking millennials and Gen Z off to singlehood.
The findings support the idea that winning people over who had an initial bad impression is way more rewarding to us than someone who liked us all along. But you need to be careful if you're trying to use this on a girl, because trying to demonstrate that someone has left a bad impression can kind of be hard without being a jerk. A good way to do this subtly is through tone and body language. Also, you need to ensure that once you have decided they've won you over, you convey that clearly. If it's not clear to the girl you've been won over, and they just think you don't like them, they won't want to be around you, which is kind of a huge problem and leads us to the next bit.
What the fuck did I just hear? I mean, do you see what I'm saying? There's 3.3 million people that have watched this, and this guy is just going completely abstract on, well, look, you got to do this, but be careful when you do this. This is ridiculous. And this is why I'm playing this, because I'm sure many of you are operating like this, like overanalyzing shit. You know, taking studies and trying to apply it to your real life. I mean, this is not going to get you anywhere.
3. Proximity. In lesson 1, I told you you need to be scarce, but it's important to understand that you need to be scarce in terms of attention, not proximity. In a study on friendship formation, researchers asked nearly 300 MIT dormitory residents to list their closest friends. The researchers then looked at where the listed friends lived in the dorms. When someone lived one dorm away, there was a 41% likelihood they were listed as a close friend. As the numbers of doors increased, the likelihood decreased. So those living—
Yeah, but I don't like this theory, because this theory is applying that you have to be around somebody in order for you to get, into whatever relationship, friendship or potential romantic relationship. That's called stalking, and it also validates, which I fucking hate, by the way, people who meet at their jobs. I cannot fucking stand that shit as an employer. If you are dating and I'm paying you, I'm firing your ass, all right? I'm not paying you to come over here and pretend that my fucking business is your fucking meat market. And that's what this damn study is trying to validate. And before we continue, Froppy said, I gave $300 to a host of a dying show, the loneliest guy at the gay bar. Yeah, fuck you. And Froppy, I literally had sex with a real woman at a furry convention, and the first thing I told her was, have you ever heard of Gridman? Yeah, well, I doubt it. And Ram Ranch Cowboy, my go-to pickup line is, hey, slut, I hope you got a locomotive operator's license, because I'm about to run a train on you. Jesus Christ, Ram Ranch Cowboy. Arrogant bastard Ghost, why did you play this tard vid? I mean, this guy sounds like he's only seen a pussy in a book. The reason I'm playing it is because I know there's a lot of gentlemen out there that are operating on this guy's mental capacity. They're intelligent. They try to analyze things, but they're overthinking. All right? Being social doesn't take all these analyzations of fucking studies in order for you to build a human bond, a human relationship.
Living 4 doors away only had a 10% likelihood of being listed as a close friend. You need to be physically near the girl you like.
Now you see this? This is horrible advice, because this idiot is trying to suggest that if you find some girl you like, how the fuck do you know you like her? Because she looks good? You should not be basing your pursuance of somebody solely on looks, okay? You've got to know the person to see if this is a bitch, whether she's dumb, whether she has a personality, whether, she's a fucking devious, evil broad. You can't just look at some bitch and say, oh my God, I love her. I'm going to pursue her. I'm going to take this fucking idiot, this period moronic advice on YouTube, and I'm going to get into my close proximity.
But proximity isn't just mutual geographical location, it's also frequency. For example, you have a better chance with a girl you see 10 minutes every day than you do with a girl that you see for 1 hour every week. If you don't have good proximity, you stand no chance. So in such a case, you need to create good proximity artificially.
Create proximity? What does this mean? This is stalking. This is legitimate stalking here. And Ugly Man Ghost, what are the best pickup lines? I'll give you some pickup lines in a minute. Hold on. I'm going to play a little bit more of this, and then we're going to move on. I just wanted to show this here early in the broadcast because I think everybody needs a little bit of a pep talk when trying to understand how to interact with people and get close relationships.
You need to be subtle about this. Change your route to class to pass her. Join a club she's in. Do what you need to do. But please don't be creepy. There's a fine line in trying to create proximity and stalking. Do not cross that line.
That's what you're saying, you moron. That's what you're saying. You're saying, hey, if you like this broad, you got to get close to her. You got to go join the clubs that she's in. You got to go fucking do that. That is horrible, horrible advice. Horrible. All right. You as a young man, you should not just be focusing in on one fucking chick. Like, I want that chick. She's hot. You should be going out and trying to pick up as many chicks as you can. You're a fucking single dude. You should be, you should be trying to pick up chicks on a daily basis. For fuck's sake. I mean, look, if a bitch wants to be with you, she'll be with you. All right? And what's going on? Someone hooked it up with a video. Cheers to you. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. But that's literally the autistic perspective on how to pick up chicks. Unfucking believable. And what is this? Old man Frank's Porkler's kicking 1970s pickup game. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Old man Frank, I can tell that you haven't had much poon, all right? I get it. You're trying to cope and shit. I get it. But I'm not trying to brag. All right, but I've laid more pipe when I was single than Rotor Rooter, boy. All right? I'm not fucking joking around. All right? And people are asking about, like, pickup lines, right? Like, I mean, you should just go up to her and just say shit like, hey, is your name Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling a strong connection. All right? If you don't like that, hey, is your dad a boxer? Because you're a total knockout. Oh! Is your dad a terrorist? Because you're the bomb. Oh! That's what I'm saying, man. Are you a time traveler? Because you've just stopped my world. Oh! Are you a pirate? Because I'm hooked on you. Oh! Jesus Christ. All right. You know what would look good on you? Me. Oh! Are you a tornado? Because you just blew me away. Oh! Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, let's just continue here, all right? What do we got going here? We got Mommy Succubus here. Put the PC shot. Come on! Those were all right. And Ram Ranch Cowboy said, are you a school? Because I want to shoot a bunch of kids inside you. Oh, no! That's disgusting! All right, hold on. Arrogant bastard, are you possessed? Because I want to tie you to the bed. Jesus Christ.